Welcome to another episode of Driving Innovation, the podcast dedicated to exploring cutting-edge solutions and technologies, driving the automotive industry into a new era of software-defined innovation. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence, supported by the right SDV infrastructure, is empowering OEMs to deliver seamless and enjoyable vehicle ownership experiences. Joining me for this conversation is Steve Stoddard, Product Manager for Sonatus AI Technician Builder. Steve will help us understand how this innovative solution leverages powerful AI and real-time vehicle data to simplify vehicle ownership and maintenance, and we'll also explore the foundational SDV technologies that make these advanced applications possible. Let's get started. Welcome to Driving Innovation, Steve.
Thanks, Sanjay. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you on. Vehicles today are packed with a lot of technology, and they're also getting very complex. What are some of the challenges that this complexity imposes on people?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for drivers, one of the problems you often see is a misunderstanding of vehicle telltales, the symbols that show up on the dashboard. It can be very confusing, and it leads a lot of OEMs to be building these digital owner's manuals to help understand those things, but it kind of misses out on what do those symbols really mean and what should you actually do about them. I think for service technicians, a lot of the digitization leads to you have to replace entire parts and more confusion around the proliferation of DTCs and signal codes and what do those things mean. And for OEMs, a lot of times they're running into issues where across the entire fleet, they can't gain insights into what's actually happening and what sort of issues are emerging, and so that they can avoid recalls.
Well, we're here to talk about the Sonatus AI Technician Builder. So I'm assuming you're going to tell me that a lot of these issues can be resolved by something like an AI technician. So help us understand what the AI technician is, and also help us understand what the builder part of this solution entails.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we found out is that many of these different people, different users of these sorts of tools don't have good insights into real-time information about what's happening with their vehicle. You know, there's a lot of advances in AI out there today, and I think if you have a problem with your vehicle, you can go ask Google or query ChatGPT, but the problem is you'll get answers that are based off of sort of the internet and what they think is going on with your vehicle. What's really missing is that vehicle connection part, the data connection, and the access to that information underlying there in order to answer that. And so one of the things we find is the underlying technology that's required to enable these AI technicians really relies upon software-defined vehicles, the ability to collect data, things like Sonatus's product, Collector AI product, as well as the ability to take action in the vehicle really helps to advance and make this capability available for a vehicle.
Before we talk about some of the underlying technologies, you mentioned SDV, obviously AI is involved in it. Let's focus on what the AI technician can do for the different types of users that may potentially interact with it. I'm talking about the owners, the service technicians,
Sure.
and even the OEM engineers.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are three very good use cases, intended users for this type of product. For users, for drivers of vehicles, owners of the vehicles, one of the things that an AI technician can help them do is to understand things that may be going on in their vehicle that are not as readily available or easily understandable. So you can imagine the scenario where you have an issue going on with your engine, but a check engine light doesn't come on. AI technicians can help gain insight into what's actually happening there and provide recommendations for an owner whether they should bring it in for service or not. And when they do that, that can also provide data to the service technician ahead of time so that they can more easily diagnose what's happening with the vehicle and have the right part on hand when you bring your vehicle in, as opposed to having to come in 3 weeks later once the part finally arrives and being out the use of your vehicle for a long period of time. And for OEMs, it enables the ability to gather that data from the fleet level all the way at the service locations in order to see these issues that are emerging and maybe better understand what's happening with their fleet so they can make improvements for the next vehicle generation or avoid the recalls that might happen otherwise if the issue proliferates.
I can see how this would incentivize me as an owner to visit the OEM branded service shops, given the fact that they're going to have the information that the AI technician collects. What are some of the overall benefits for not just the user, but also the OEMs that a solution like this would provide?
Yeah, absolutely. So you hit the nail on the head, definitely. Having this kind of insight makes the service experience at a dealer-owned service shop much more streamlined, much more efficient. So their service operations can be more efficient, but also I think for the OEM, it really leads to a feeling of satisfaction, customer satisfaction with that process and the whole ownership experience. So it leads more to customer loyalty and the knowledge that, hey, I'm going to stick with these guys into the future because I have such a good experience when I own this vehicle. My next one, I'm going to buy from the same company.
Right, right. Now, we talked about the AI technician itself. And just to be clear, Sonatus isn't actually building the AI technicians. That's where the builder part comes in. So help us understand a little bit more about that part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I mentioned earlier is that a lot of OEMs are exploring these digital owner's manual type of applications or the in-vehicle virtual assistants. One of the things that we find there is that you have to customize these things for each vehicle because there's a lot of specific domain knowledge for that vehicle, whether you go from one model to the next, one trim level, et cetera. So in order to make that scalable, you really have to have a platform where an OEM can repeat this process over and over. And ideally, they don't have to be an expert in AI or even the vehicle itself in order to put together the technician that has the capability to know this information. So that's why at Sonatus, we built a builder platform that enables various users at the OEM to actually create these different technicians, depending on how they want to actually use it for their customers or internally within their own engineers or even at the customer service level.
So they can basically create these technicians that are very specific to their vehicle models, their trim levels, potentially even down to the owner level?
Absolutely. So one thing that they'll provide is the documentation about the vehicle itself. So these will be things like the owner's manual, or for something that's maybe more internal facing, for service technician, it's going to be like a repair manual, wiring diagrams, et cetera. For an OEM engineer as a user, typically you might have an FMEA document or other fault trees and things like that. So that constitutes sort of the engineering knowledge about the vehicle. Then you want to pair up the actual real-time data coming from the vehicle. And that's where you start to connect in things like the actual data from the vehicle that's going to be oriented from the vehicle VIN and the specific owner. And then also things like service records or manufacturing history. All of this is possible. It's really dependent upon the different data sources that an OEM wants to actually connect up. And that's going to depend on what are the use cases and the specific users they're going to build that particular technician for.
So it's almost like having your own personal AI technician. I love it. So we're starting to get into how this actually works. Obviously, there is an AI piece of it, but you can't just plop AI onto a vehicle, right? There obviously needs to be some precursors or prerequisites that enable these types of applications to actually be deployed. Help us understand what some of those foundational technologies are.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the items that's critical, we think, is the ability to get the data from the vehicle itself. So products that sit on the vehicle in the vehicle network that communicate across the different ECUs, having access to all of the vehicle information, not just specific DTCs or specific areas of the network. So that's one is a foundational technology around the software in the vehicle for gathering that data in real time and being able to access that across the different nodes. A second aspect is actually getting that data back to the cloud, which is more of a data collection product, something like Sonatus Collector AI, which brings the data through very lightweight policies to bring those back to the cloud. Once you have those foundational components, then you can actually start to make more holistic capabilities and bring in things like specific AI models that could run on that vehicle data. So you know something that's very specific or domain expert knowledge required, so that it's not only relying upon the AI technician itself, but it can call upon these different agents that can access those different tools and be able to infer information about the vehicle.
There's a lot of discussion nowadays about an agentic model where you're not just analyzing the data and inferring things out of it, but you're also sort of closing the loop. Anything in AI Technician Builder or the overall infrastructure that lends itself to an agentic model?
Absolutely. So all those different data sources that we just talked about, typically you want to build those into discrete agents. So they're sort of AI specific modules that are really, really good at one specific thing, going and looking at this owner's manual data, for example, or going and querying these databases to understand the signals coming from the vehicle. So not only does it have to be able to access the data, but it has to be able to interpret that and know, hey, these signals, especially at this time, mean this thing, and relying upon that data, combining it with the knowledge about the design documentation, it can know then, oh, when I see these types of things, it's this sort of a problem, and that's what I need to recommend to the user. So those different agents generally connect up to these different data sources, and through that, you can leverage these different tools. One of which, for example, is to connect to a Sonatus Collector AI product, where you can deploy new data collection policies based on the interpretation of the AI technician. So it could actually look at the data coming from the vehicle based on the user query and actually initiate a new data policy, deploy that to vehicle, and start collecting data that was otherwise not even available.
It seems like the AI technician is almost thinking in real time in terms of what its next steps are, what additional information I need to make the right diagnostic response. Let's talk a little bit about some of the AI-specific technology. Are these your traditional AI ML models? What kind of models are you using for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So typically we're using LLMs, just like many of the other applications you start to see today. Ultimately, it's based on the foundational LLMs, but we prefer open source, where we then fine tune and make those more in-house models. And part of the reason for that is because they can then perform better on the specific automotive domain. A second reason is that a lot of OEMs, they want to host their own models and know that their data is protected, both from the end user perspective for PII data, but also for the proprietary data that an OEM might be providing as knowledge sources for the AI technician. So we build on top of those custom LLMs and then bring in techniques around retrieval augmented generation, and then the agentic framework, which overall we bring in the know-how of the system prompting to make all those things work together seamlessly.
Got it. So just to summarize, you've got the AI portion of the solution, but you also have the underlying infrastructure that goes in it. And you talked about having a more accessible network, having common data exchanges for the models to feed the data into the models. I would imagine this is where things like service-based architectures or service-oriented architectures also come in. So that sort of is the SDV part of the overall equation.
Yeah, definitely the in-vehicle EE architecture plays an important role, and having access to all of those different data sources, it allows you to bring in things like, just the general telemetry, but also DTCs, log files, all those sorts of things, even the network traffic data that can be useful, particularly if you think about like cybersecurity and some of those types of applications. So it's really important to have, the more modern the architecture is, the sort of more capable that these AI technicians can be, definitely.
Excellent. And this is all described in the latest solution brief that we've just published, the AI Technician Builder Solution Brief. So thank you, Steve. This has been very informative, and we look forward to having you in another Driving Innovation episode.
Awesome. Thanks, Sanjay. It was a lot of fun.
Sonatus AI Technician Builder is a great example of how SDV Technologies and Vehicle AI can help OEMs transform vehicle ownership experiences, taking the hassle and stress out of vehicle maintenance and repair, while building brand loyalty and earning lifetime customer value. Download the AI Technician Builder Solution Brief at sonatus.com for more details and schedule a demo to see it in action. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Driving Innovation, and we look forward to seeing you in another episode.